Good morning. Today we are finishing up our unit number 8. So this is our last objective in this unit. So that means next week is testing time. Next week, Monday, we will review in class, and I will have a review session after school Monday. Tuesday will be the practice test. Wednesday is the real test. So we need to make sure if you need to study over the weekend, make sure you're ready for next week. Okay. So today we are finishing up with our proportions. We are doing CO49. I can write and solve proportions using cross products. Who remembers what cross products are? Okay, we're going to learn a cross product for the proportion AB over equals CD, where B is not 0 and Z is not 0. We have AB equals CD. Cross products are when we multiply and make that cross. So it would be A times D, B times C. So if we are using numbers, if we say 2/3 and equals 4/6, we want to know if our ratios are proportionate. We're going to do our cross products. So we're going to multiply 3 times 4 and 2 times 6. What is 3 times 4? What is 2 times 6? They are the same. So that means that these two fractions, these two ratios, are proportionate. Adrian, I should be up here. So turn your body so you're not tempted to talk and face this way. So we use those cross products to find out if they are proportionate. So, cross product property. The cross products of a proportion are equal. So the algebra is using those letters, and the numbers are just putting those numbers into it. So solving a proportion using cross products. Use cross products property to solve 2/9 equals 3 over D. So the first thing I want to do is to get the variable alone and then simplify. So I can, if the D is on the bottom, how do I want to do that? If I want to get the D to the top, I'm going to multiply by D. So now it's 2D over 9 equals 3. So now I'm going to multiply by 9. So the 9's cancel out, so 2D equals 27, and I divide by my 2, and D is going to equal 27 divided by 2, we have 1, 3, 13 and a half. So in order for these to be proportionate, 2 to 3, 9 to 13.5. So let's scroll up Find the weight of a 60-pound dog on the moon if a 105-pound person weighs 17.5 pounds on the moon. So if we have a 60-pound dog, if on Earth that dog is 60 pounds, what would it weigh on the moon if a 105-pound person on Earth weighs 17.5 pounds on the moon? Because the moon doesn't have as much gravity. Little science thrown in here. So you don't weigh nearly as much on the moon. So what would the dog weigh on the moon? So we're going to want to multiply it by 60 and then divide by 105. So who can multiply 17.5 times 60? Divide by 105. Nolan?
The dog would weigh 10 pounds.
So on the moon, the dog would weigh only 10 pounds. Does that make sense on how we solve that proportion? Now we're going to come into, there are 50 penguins. So this is going to be a multi-step problem. There are 50 penguins at an aquarium. The ratio of rockhopper penguins to African penguins is 3 to 7. How many are rockhoppers? So if the ratio of rockhopper penguins to African penguins, there are 3 rockhopper penguins for every 7 African penguins. How many are rockhoppers? So there are 3 rockhoppers to how many penguins altogether? 10, right? Out of 10 penguins, 3 of them will be rockhoppers. Then it says, but we want to know how many are rockhoppers out of 50. So if out of 10 there are 3 of them, so I could say 3 out of 10. How am I going to set up my other ratio? If there are 50 penguins now instead of 10, 50 on the bottom, and my question is the top. How many of those are rockhoppers? So it's taking the information that they give you and learning how to set up that proportion. Tristan? Yeah, because I want to multiply by 50. Multiply by 50. So 50 times 3 is 150. 150 divided by 10. There will be 15 rockhoppers out of 50 penguins. We can check our answer by using that cross product. So if I have 3 out of 10, 15 out of 50, we can check our cross products and see if we get the same answer. What is 3 times 50? 3 times 50 equals 150. What is 10 times 15? 150. So this is a true proportion. So that is your way of double checking your answer. Did I find the correct number? If we come up to our dog on the moon, we said 10-pound or 60-pound dog on Earth is 10 pounds on the moon, 17.5 on the moon for a 105-pound person on Earth. We can check our answer by finding those cross products. They will equal the same. So if we do 10 times 105, we get 1,050. And if we do 60 times 17.5, we get 1,050. That's how we check to make sure we set our proportion up correctly. When we were correcting earlier today, I had some people say, "Ooh, I set my proportion up wrong." That's why I got the wrong answer. This is your way to check, did I set my proportion up correctly? When I plug in the numbers and I find my cross products, do they equal the same? So double check your answers. Find the cross products. If they don't equal the same, you didn't set up one of your proportions correctly. So then go back to look at how you set it up. Should we just put all the numbers into our calculator and put an answer on our paper? No. You need to write out your proportions. This is why. So we can go back and we can check it. Don't ever just put stuff into your calculator. Math class does not give out gold stars for doing mental math at this point. Our math is more complicated. Okay, write out your proportions. So that way, if it doesn't come to be true, you can see easily where you went wrong. Do we have any questions on how to set up these proportions? We're just building off of what we've been doing. Now we know another way to check it. Our math assignment for today is page 107 and 108. I am going to have us do the word problems on page 108 because I want you to be in practice with setting up your proportions. Use the cross product to tell if it is true or not. So for my friends at home, we hope you are well and we hope to see you soon.